my goodness. I think I told Jasmine this the other day.
Mm.
I was like, I know my husband is laughing at his soon-to-be ex-girlfriend right now. But
I'm sorry. It's the soon-to-be ex-girlfriend. When my brain clocked it, I was like... What do you prefer? Do you prefer 50-50? Or a man, I guess, pay 100%, you pay 0%? Or do you, like one of the things I hope
uncomfortable.
for... Okay. What's good, family? Welcome back to Relationship Wise. I'm here with my homegirl, the one and only Taylor Jasmine.
Hey. Hi.
Listen, this week we are talking about some of the traits that, women look for in men. Because last week we talked about what, men like in women and, just the things that men need to be. So I just wanted a fresh feminine perspective. You know what I'm saying?
You want a Taylor? Yeah.
Yes, I wanted a Taylor. He's not playing. But before we get into that, though, just a couple housekeeping questions. How are you? How's everything? Life update, if you want to put one on the pods. Yeah.
Okay. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. Love the new year. New Year is actually like my favorite time. Like everyone has a favorite holiday. Usually it's Christmas or Thanksgiving. I don't know. Mine is actually New Year's Eve, really New Year's Day.
Okay.
Because it's just a fresh start and you can just really be the bad bitch that you want to be. Yeah, other than that, I'm good. I'm just taking everything in day by day. Tomorrow I start my fast.
Okay.
Which will be for 21 days. No eating. Well, sun up to sundown.
Mm-hmm.
And, that'll be me and God time. So, I'm excited.
And just out of curiosity, you said so the fast is for like spiritual reasons, Shoshana, like...
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I would like manifested in my life.
Okay.
And I did the fast last year. And last year I had a year, like a really, really good year. And I really do like hold it to the fact that I fasted and I was really strict with God.
Yeah.
I spoke to God, like we had a very good time during that fast. And like I said, I feel like that really helped just my year, the year that I had and how like great it was. Obviously challenges and stuff, but my perspective, like my spiritual intuition, all the above, like really changed. So this year, looking for round 2, part 2.
Okay.
See what I need to learn and hear from God and, reconnect, all the above. So.
Okay. Yeah. Not bad. That's dope. Because funny enough, I told myself I need to go on a cleanse for some kind of similar reasons. I was like, I need to get back to just being healthier. Because listen, over Thanksgiving and Christmas, I turned up. Do you feel me? I ate too much. You feel me?
But you've been like strict
with my working hours. Yeah, for a fact. But still, it's just the eating is the most important part, and I want to just make sure I get back to that.
Right.
So you feel me? So I'm like, and also, like, I need to get back on my more spiritual tip, too. Because I feel like God is pushing me in a direction of being more spiritually grounded, trusting and leaning on him more. You know what I mean?
Amen.
So,
like I was telling wifey, catch it. Okay? Like, when you feel that tug, just don't even tug. Like, just take me. Literally.
Right.
Take me.
Right. Okay. So, I'm over here like, well, before we get into the questions, let's get into this. Because... a part of what God told me to do is start talking about numbers. You know what I'm saying? Because numbers, not only is it a chapter in the Bible, everything of significance has numbers in it. One of the ways God communicates with us, I know, is through numbers. You know what I'm saying? Jesus is the 888. I mean, the devil is 666. We rebuke it. But you know what I mean? Like,
we rebuke, yes.
I just,
3 is a very common number in the Bible. Just
exactly. That's the Trinity. A lot of the strongest things come in 3s. So So since Taylor, you are in 11, I'm gonna read the first paragraph out of the Numbers in You book by the good brother Lloyd Strayhorn. Okay. All right. So since you are an 11, all right, the 11 is a magnetic number. Those who have it are usually considered visionary, inventive, idealistic, all right, okay, and inspirational. The master number 11 vibrates with revelation, abstract impressions, and with things on high. You feel me? Stop playing. Okay. In astrology, the master number 11 is assigned to the zodiac signs of Leo and Aquarius.
So, which I am.
Which you are Leo. You feel me? So it's just interesting. Yeah. So I want to get that little tidbit out. So yeah. Y'all let me know in the comments if I should do a little bit more about numbers, numerology, how to connect with God, spirit, etc. But yeah. Just wanted to breathe a little tidbit, you know?
Yes.
All right. So to the main topic, let's get to it.
Ooh, let's dive in.
So. Taylor, the men want to know. What do you look for in a man?
Ooh, why is that a loaded question? Although it's very simple.
Exactly. Yeah. Listen, go ahead. It's your time.
My time. So, okay. Well, what do I look for in a man? Well, for starters, he definitely has to be God-fearing because God is so important in my life. Like we have to be on literally equally yoked in that.
Okay.
In all honesty.
Okay.
Just be very ambitious as well, but also simple. Really just have a very good character, be very caring. Like we just have to complement each other because I know how I am. Like I know how I am, but I don't know how I am. You know, like what I'm really looking for is that in my times of trouble, you can be my strong suit, and then vice versa when you have your issues. Not only can you be vulnerable with me, but you can also allow me to help or take charge or nurture, whatever the case is. Again, it's a partnership. That's what I'm looking for is partnership. And again, ways we can complement, constantly evolving, that type of thing. Because, you know, what I want today could honestly change tomorrow. Even during my fast, I may think, oh, I want this type of man. And it's like, I don't want that. You know, but it's just a man who is so comfortable in himself and in God that we can just go through this life together.
Powerful.
And just keep trucking. So
Okay. Interesting. Because I'm like, as I'm looking at our questions, I'm like, okay, I was wondering. So what do you think is more important for you? Do you need a man who has ambition and drive more than a person who has, let's say, communication skills? Or which one would you say is higher?
Ambition and drive compared to communication?
Yeah. Communication skills.
Skills. I mean,
I know in the perfect world we want both, but
literally in the perfect world, but like which one would I rather? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I literally just said I want someone who's ambitious. So I would love to have someone who's ambitious because clearly, you know, that does get you far. But if we can't communicate,
it doesn't.
You know, like okay, you can do all things great, but like you're not talking to me. I don't know your feelings. You're clearly having a horrible day and I can't read your mind and please don't expect me to. So, you know, because I'm not going to do that because that's going to be irritated. So I would really pick communication skills over anything because if we communicate, then you can become more ambitious based on our conversation. True, I think one can really lead into the other while the other one is kind of up here and then, you know, trying to...
one is lagging behind the side.
Like, but the other one you can really like elevator it up type thing. So
got you. Okay.
Yeah, because I like to talk, so we need to learn how to talk.
Okay. So since we're talking about communication skills, right? Which is, I mean, it's important because I mean, even me and Tasia, like as time has gone on, like the more our communication skills get better, the easier we like talk to one another, the better our relationship is, the better our friendship is within the relationship. It's like we can talk about friendship, anything. Because
that's so important.
It's stop playing. Like if you ain't friends with your spouse, what? Anyway,
best friends on top of that. Like, exactly. Girl, let me tell.
It be times where like it be times where like we know how to kind of solve each other's problems or meet each other's needs even without having to say it. And I'm like, ooh, I like this. Like recently she was she wasn't feeling the best like a couple weeks ago. And like I was like, I'm in the vicinity of her job and I was like, you know what? She did tell me she wasn't feeling good. Let me get her some ginger ale. And literally as I did that, right, she was like, I said, okay, let me go to her job, drop it off. She literally like was tracking my location because she knew I was going to be in the vicinity. She's like, ooh, I need him to get some ginger ale. She didn't tell me this. She ain't text me this. So I was like, okay. And then she's like, I was just thinking this, babe. Da, 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 da. I'm like, see? So stuff like that is just, it's cool when you start to like really communicate, even in like the subtlest and like not so verbal ways. It's really dope. It's really, it's
that non-communication, like that non-talking, those eyes, those
yeah.
Yeah.
and I guess in relationship too, you start to develop a telepathy without knowing it. And it's
for sure, especially when you guys are very in sync, and that comes through communication because you knew she needed ginger ale. She didn't even have to say it, but you knew because you were like, I know my wife. Right. Why? Because we talk.
Exactly. Listen, man. So yeah. So in terms of communication, how do you approach, let's say difficult conversations, and how do you show up when you truly want somebody to, I guess, listen, right? So first, let's talk about difficult conversations. How do you approach difficult conversations?
It's funny that you bring that up because I know you and I had this conversation literally on New Year's Day.
Okay, yeah.
How we're gonna, I don't know if I'm saying we as in you and me or just in general, but this is the year of having difficult conversations because you really just owe it to the people that you love, especially if certain things are happening, you need to let them know. Right. How I do approach it though is obviously with grace. I'm not just going to stab you, but I'm going to show the knife.
Right.
And just like, hey, we need to have a conversation. Like, I know that's not.
I know we need to fucking talk. Stop playing with me.
Literally, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna have a conversation, and I always like to preface it with, it's going to be uncomfortable,
right?
And just really be honest. I think at the end of the day, we try to sugarcoat and band-aid things, and honestly, you really can't do that because you're not going to get the point across. So I'm not saying to rip it, but what I am saying is you should let the person know, hey, we're gonna take off a band-aid. And emotions may be high, but let's just try to be mature. Yeah. Have open communication. Yeah. Please, let's just talk. Let's just talk it out. Yeah. And however that goes is how it goes. I think as long as your heart posture, your intention is good. Yeah. Then even if the other person doesn't take it that way, but as long as your intentions were fine, your heart posture was good, you'll be fine. At least you will, because we can't make people, feel the way we feel. We can't do that.
That's oh my God, that's such facts. Because one of the things too, that last year kind of taught me was, yes, I need to start having those conversations for real. And I didn't realize, I guess for me personally, how hard it was to start doing that. Cause I don't know that I predicate my personality on being such a happy-go-lucky, everything is chill type of person. But it's hold up, the other side of that is the lack of showing true emotional depth, or having a hard conversation and actually being serious, so to speak. So I was that's something I really, really got to tap into this year. Yo, when I see something, I need to be able to say, hey, yo, let me pull so-and-so to the side and actually talk to them one-on-one.
Right. No, for real. And I do think you're happy-go-lucky. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But I feel like if you and I were to ever have an uncomfortable conversation, it wouldn't take me by surprise.
Right.
Because I feel like we communicate so well.
Right.
So if you really were to have that conversation with me, I'm not going to think oh, fuck Terrell. Oh my God, you just coming for me. I wouldn't, I don't know. I wouldn't I'm not saying my feelings probably wouldn't be hurt depending on the conversation or whatever, but be honest with me, but just watch your tone. Watch your tone. Facts. That's it. Because I'm sensitive. Okay?
I feel you. Listen, and I get it. That makes sense.
I'm sensitive, especially to people I love. I'm real. If you were just a bum on the street or somebody, I'd be like,
nigga, please.
Literally, nigga. Yeah. But you, I'm like, okay.
Right. And I think what's interesting about that you say that is, I think that's what I learned. I didn't understand before, besides you, besides Daily, besides Tasia, besides my younger brother, my mom, whoever, people who I'm close to. Yeah, I know that I got to be careful with my words and be mindful. I didn't understand how when I walk into a space and I start to get really, really close and comfortable with certain people, I don't catch immediately, or not immediately, but I don't catch over time how much my warmth, if you will, makes them feel an attachment to me, so that when I say, or we have a hard conversation, they're extremely offended. And I'm like, bro, I just said X. I didn't mean I didn't mean to kill your spirit. I just said this because I saw it in a moment, and you think I'm coming for your character. So it is
but I think it comes down to knowing who you're talking to, because you can talk to me a certain way,
right?
But DJ, our lovely friend DJ, you can't talk to her a certain way, and even like me and DJ and Len, my best friend Jasmine too, like I can talk to Jasmine a certain way,
right,
but then I also know it, like, again, DJ, I can't say it like that to DJ,
right?
But also with Jasmine, I know her triggers. I know what's going to make her eyebrows raise and look at me like, okay, so what are you saying? But what I love, though, especially with our relationship, is that she knows me so well and I know her so well that we don't really get into the triggers. But if we do, it's not like, let's say I tap into a trigger of hers, she's just going to kind of be like, okay, well, what do you mean? Because that's not how I meant it, or how I'm, how I thought about it, Gotcha. So at least she kind of gives me that grace, like, okay, I'm feeling triggered, but what are you really saying?
Yeah, like, what's the specific point that we got to talk about, right?
Like what's going on, and then vice versa, because we actually had a conversation like that recently where she said something, and I was like, no, that's not what I meant or what I thought or whatever, and she was like, oh, okay, I got it,
right,
and then boom, we just kept having the conversation, that type of thing. And again, it's all about tone, it's all about
knowing the person,
just knowing the person, the intention. Like, I know she loves me, so I know anything she tells me for the most part is for my benefit, or if she sees something, she's like, oh, Taylor, and I'm like, oh, no, it's not like that, no, or oh, you know what, I can see how you
I think what I mistook in the past was, I assumed maybe it was naive, or I don't know what I thought it was anyway, but I think that people should have known, or I thought they whatever, that whenever I said something, it was in good faith. And they felt like it was shade. They felt like it was a slight. It felt like it was an attack.
That's more of a them problem. I'm sorry. That really is.
Oh, no. Yeah. It is. And I'm like, dang, how come I didn't see that quick enough? But it's also like, no, it's don't dig too deep into yourself. Yes, make sure you approach them properly. Hold yourself accountable for the way you speak to them. Your tone, but just making sure, like, when you're approaching that hard conversation, let them know, like, if we gotta hold hands, hey, let's actually sit and talk about this. But
literally, if I have to hold your hand and be like, you're a bitch, I need you to simmer the fuck down, I will gladly do that. Because one thing about me, we're gonna have this conversation, but maybe I have to be like, you're a bitch. I need you to simmer down. Like, you have to, you gotta dress it up while still getting your point across, just so that people don't feel offended. I mean, they're going to feel offended regardless, but it's just, do I have the strength and the maturity to not take it personal?
Right. Yeah.
So that's what I've been working on. That's what I think I don't want to say mastered it, but I've graduated. I have my bachelor's in that. I have my bachelor's in that. So, when people do feel a way, I give the grace. I'm like, I get it. Like, I know it hurts. Like, no one ever wants to be told about themselves or whatever the case is. But one thing you can't say is Taylor never told you.
Right. Transparency is key. Okay. Stop playing.
The mic is on.
Stop playing. Right. Okay. And how do you show somebody that you're truly listening? Whether it's your partner, friend, but whatever.
Just being very present as well. And then just making sure, I'm laughing because I went through this in the past, making sure they have my undivided attention. Because the thing is, I really can multitask. So I can be listening to you and just be like, like, not on my phone, like doing, just, she said what? Oh my God, but here I am, tapping. Right. But to other people, that comes off like I'm not listening, although I've heard everything, like I've downloaded everything you've said.
Yeah.
So, and I can understand that, because when the tables get turned and you on your phone and I'm like.
Yeah. And men, we don't multitask. So just listen to your lady, bro, because
y'all really don't multitask.
We don't know how to multitask to save a fucking life. You understand? Stop playing. But
really don't. But you see, we can. Some of us. I'm kind of falling out of that realm though. But I really have to be present. Like really listen. Yeah. But So people had that hard conversation with me.
Right.
And, I took it personal at first and I was like, you know what? Relax, Taylor.
Right.
So now I just engage. So you would say something, you can be like, oh yeah, Tasia said X, Y, Z, but like, she said X?
Right.
Wow. Right. And then maybe I'll ask a follow-up question, like, oh, she's not feeling, how is she feeling now? Because that way, not only am I listening, but clearly I am engaging with you. Yeah. So it just shows that I am, again, actively listening. Right. I don't hear you, I'm listening.
Right. So, and people got to know the difference between hearing somebody and listening to somebody.
There's such a difference.
Hearing is just recognizing noise. Listening is wanting to understand. Like, you feel me? Like, it's just that simple difference of...
Hearing is want. And she said want. And then listening again, she said what?
Yeah,
she called your man a who? Literally, like, okay, she want to fight clearly, or whatever the case is. So, yeah, but just being engaging, and again, I think when you ask follow-up questions too, it does make people feel like, wow, she really is listening. Or if they say something and then maybe 5 minutes later, they said something else, and you're like, no, you said 32. Oh my God, yes, we have been friends for 32 years. How did you? Because that actually happened to me recently when I went to Jamaica. Someone said something, we had a conversation, then 5 minutes later, I don't even know what happened. And then he was like, oh, 30 years. And I was like, no, you said 32. And then he was like, oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, you were listening to me. I was like, yeah, we had a whole conversation.
Yes, nigga.
I listened. I'm present. And then it turned into something else.
Oh man, okay. But hey, listen, it'd be like that. Listen, but yeah. So, question. So, how important is confidence when you're looking for your ideal man, or his confidence, his level of confidence, his level of, security, etc. On a scale from 1 to 10, what do you need your man's confidence to be?
In all honesty, I don't even know if I can answer that because, and I say that because just being very hot, humble, open, and transparent. Shout out to Mike Todd for that acronym. Even like my confidence, it varies so much. Like one day I feel like a 10. Like you can't tell me not a goddamn thing. Yeah. And then another day I'm like, oh my God, I'm ugly. Like I can't function. Like not that bad, obviously, but like, but I guess like internally, morally, my character, that type of thing. And I'll go more towards like how I want him to be, like confident in himself, I guess, in that aspect. Yeah. At least a 7, 8. Okay. Because things shift, things change, life happens. So you would think that you're handling a situation at the 10, but in reality, life humbles you and you're like, oh, I've really been a 5 or a 4 this whole time. So just being open, but also not losing like your morale at the end of the day.
True. So yeah, that's important.
I would really say like a solid 7, 8. And to me, that's still a little high. Cause again, like you just never know.
Yeah.
But as long as you're aware, as long as you're just aware and you are always, again, working on yourself, evolving or whatever it is.
Right.
Or you can back up exactly like why you're so like gung-ho about something or whatever, then, cool. But like I said, my confidence varies. If his confidence varies, like that's so normal, it's fine. Like that's life.
Yeah. Fair. And in terms of like balancing confidence and humility, right? Do you think that there should be a healthy balance for your future man? Like, how do you think that balance should look? Like, do you think they should be more confident than they are like humble or humane, or should it be balanced, or should it be like?
I think your humbleness will speak for your confidence.
Okay. I know what you mean.
That's the best way I can put it, because there's a lot of people who are so overly confident, and then you can just smell the bullshit.
Yeah.
You literally can just be like, sir, ma'am, what we doing? I think like the guy, not Daly, your other friend, Jono. Yeah. He did an example like with clothing.
Okay.
Like how men, this was his example, how men will you can tell when a man is just putting on because he has on these chains and this attire. And it's just like, sir, like, I know that's not you, although that's not you. Like, why are you doing that? So I feel like when you're just very humble and you're yourself, like you're extremely authentic, that is your confidence speaking to me.
Right.
Because if you can just, you can come out in something that is not of the time, but you're so comfortable. Right. That's going to attract me so much more than you.
Like designer and jewelry and
you know, like even women, I hate seeing that shit. Like, you know, you can't afford it. Why are we doing that? Like, get your outfit off Shein like the rest of us. Yeah. Okay. Just make it work. Okay. Right. Or go to the thrift store, go to Plato's, you know, do what you got to do to make yourself look good. But please don't spend $1,000 that you don't have just to impress who? Yeah. Who are we impressing?
Yeah, that's
can't be these men real question. Or these women.
Listen, that's the real question because most people ain't even worth the time.
And they're not even going to notice you. So you really bought this $500 frock. I'm sorry, this $500 dress.
She said frock. Frock, okay? We're Jamaican too. Man. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
You really bought this and no one approached you at all. Ma'am.
You know, pause.
Or you bought these shoes that you cannot walk in. Ma'am. You know, because I've been there, so I can talk.
I'm putting 2 pins in what you just. Okay, so one. I've been there. So funny enough, I've been Jamaican. Well, my mom is Jamaican, so I've grown up with Jamaicans my entire life. You know, I never knew the difference between. I knew a blouse was a shirt, but I didn't know what a frock was, like a dress, a skirt, or I didn't know. I'm like, I couldn't properly place it my entire life until you literally just said that. Thank you. That's number one. And two,
my mom would be so proud. So proud.
And I'm probably letting down my Jamaican side of the family. My bad. So, excuse me.
It's okay. You know what I'm saying?
And two, listen, you know, sisters with heels who don't know how to walk in them.
Listen, I've been there. Yeah, I've been there. You hear me? And then when you try to go to the club, and you try to,
we all. Sorry.
Literally, but like you try to walk and dance in them bitches. Let me, ooh.
Yeah. That. But yeah, man, there's no need to do all that.
Because life will humble you. Because it humbled my ass. I fell outside the club. Okay. I literally was doing good the whole night in these damn heels that were so high. I don't know who told me to buy them, but I was like, oh, they're gonna look good on me.
Right.
And I fell. Nothing tripped me. Nothing. I was
next thing on the floor. That's crazy.
On the floor.
Yeah, but I mean, we live and we learn though. We live and we listen and we don't judge. Okay.
Oh no, I judge. No, that don't apply to me.
Hey, listen. Speaking of that, challenges are like, I ain't gonna hold you. It was a lot. I'm like, y'all don't like each other. How the people who did that challenge?
Oh my gosh.
Which camera I want to look into?
That was too much. Like there was some things I was like, you should have just never put. Even if you were lying, now I'm just looking at you sideways like, you really did what to who and for why?
That was crazy. That's I could never.
Y'all need Jesus.
Okay, so what about sense of humor? How important is sense of humor for you in a relationship?
Oh my goodness. I think I told Jasmine this the other day. I was like, I know my husband is laughing at his soon-to-be ex-girlfriend right now.
I'm sorry. It's the soon-to-be ex-girlfriend. When my brain clocked it, I was like...
like, my husband's laughing with his soon-to-be ex-girlfriend right now. Little do he know a true clown is on the way. It's really important because, as you can see, I take myself serious. I have a nice balance, so I can make fun of myself. I can do all the above. So I would hope that he would have fun too. Like, I don't really people watch and talk, but then when I do, we be making up stories. Okay, listen. Okay, like, and then even just about myself as well. Like, I'll just say something. Because like right now I'm going through a transition in something. Yeah. So I have this joke about like my eye. So I'm like, my one good eye. But you feel like that's just me like making light of a situation. And then also like it is comical. Like, what am I going to be sad for? Like true. I can see. No, my eyes are fine. But it was just a situation that happened and.
Right.
Have fun with me.
Yeah.
Like that. Like, come on, make me laugh. Please.
Listen, I be feeling like sometimes I'll be too serious, bro. I'm like, no, you need to start laughing more. And luckily, my wife is hilarious.
She really is.
Yo, Tasia be having me die.
Because she's just so monotone.
Yeah, she's so monotone and she mean everything she say. Like, you're stupid. Like,
no, when it's the face after, like,
right.
I don't know, like she just like a head jolt. I don't know what it is.
Dummy.
Listen, that's one person I would never want to get cussed out about. Being very honest, I would never want to get cussed out by Tasia because I know she'll read me for filth. And I'm not ready for that because, like I said, I'm sensitive. Hopefully you never have to, Tasia, but in general, I just feel like you're loaded. Like real shit. So, yeah, see I mean, I can be too, but you know, like there's certain people you know.
Yeah. That's listen.
Not me. No, ma'am. No, sir.
See, the thing with her is she was raised by her grandma. You know how grandmas have slick mouths, so you already know. She come to the thing fully loaded. Like, stop playing. Like,
for real. Me, I have to do the clip and like.
Her, she already ready. I'd be like,
she got rounds in the bag.
I'm telling you. But yeah. Okay. But yeah, so his soon-to-be ex-girlfriend's jokes are funny now, but you gonna get the last laugh?
Laugh. You hear me? Laughing to the altar. Hey, like literally that. Little do he know. Listen.
Get
your vocal cords, that box, whatever ready. Yeah.
Enjoy it now.
You ready? Hee. Go ahead, kiki with her. That's fine. You gonna be ha 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 with me.
Not the throat laugh.
Okay, so I almost said something else. I don't want to. You had to stop myself. My phone said. Oh Lord.
Okay. So the next question I have is about attractiveness, right? On a scale from 1 to 10. How important is physical attractiveness to you? Like, because I know girls who be like, I need a man who's tall, 6-pack, da 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 da. They can list off all the physical things, but yeah.
Sure. No. I mean, don't get me wrong. Do I want my man taller than me? Of course. I mean, I think ideally, no, you have some women that don't mind shorter men.
But most do want taller than them at least.
Yeah, most do, or their height. Like I hate to use this word settling, but I'm settling for my height too. Cause I'm not short, I'm not tall, but I'm not short. So, okay, it can work. Yeah. But in terms of like your question, physical, I mean, I have to be attracted to you for sure. Cause that will make me pay attention.
Got you.
But I have to say what really gets me is the later, like the personality.
Okay.
That's what really grabs me because you have some people that could be, let's just say a 2 to some people.
Okay.
But to me, I'm like, oh, they're kind of cute. Okay. But then when we talk and you can carry a conversation, you actually have sense. You're not stupid. Right. And I mean that in like every term you can think of. Like you're not ignorant, all the above. Like the 2, for lack of better words, then becomes like a 6, 7 to me.
Oh wow.
And then it carries on from there to the point where I think you're the most beautiful person in the world just because I'm looking at your character, your principles, etc., more than the outside. Because you have a lot of fine men out here.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Who?
Who what? Or you're just saying like who? Like
who? Like literally, like they're beautiful.
Uh-huh.
But you have a conversation with them and you're just like, you ain't got no fucking sense. You really think like that? You really voted for that man again? Like what? You really...
Right.
Excuse me. But you really okay, if you did, why? Like how what and then
make it make some sense.
Make it make sense. Because I will never understand, but I understand for certain people why they voted for a certain person.
Yeah.
And when I actually hear their reasoning for them, I'm like, okay, well, you're clearly very convicted about this. It really does help you and resonate with you in some way, shape, and fashion. But you telling me, oh, I couldn't vote for her because she's a woman.
Yeah. What? Is that the reason? That's all?
Right? Yeah. Well, women will start wars. Every war that we've ever had was started by a man. Right?
Right. Facts.
Make it make sense. Yeah. But that's a whole nother conversation. But again, like just really talking. Like there's a guy I met recently. Yeah. And definitely at first glance wasn't my ideal type.
Yeah.
Literally not. But, we had such great conversation. I was like, oh my God, you're actually a little cutie. All right, you know?
So you like substance. Got it.
Substance all the way. Like quantity over... Whoa, quality.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of titties. Quality over quantity.
Right.
You know, because I was like, which one is the titties? I forgot. But in general, definitely substance for me all the way.
Gotcha.
Because looks come and go.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, that's true.
And you take that one accident that you lose an eye or something, you better hope I love you. So I'm not with you for your looks and shit, because that one eye can really be a game changer for a lot of women.
You're right. No, you're right. You're right. It's so at least when I'm on the internet, I feel like I hear mixed reviews. Like I hear that women say they want a man who either has, who's extremely attractive and et cetera, has money clearly, but like extremely attractive, gotta be this, gotta be that, gotta be this, gotta be that. And I'm like, what about the substance?
So he's high, because Dr. Shay Bryan, who I actually really like, she has this phrase for those types of things: high functioning but low vibrational men.
Okay, okay.
So high, or is it high quality? She uses a phrase. So the high quality function, whatever, is men who have money, seem to have their shit together. Like they have. Like the outside, it looks great.
Right.
Like their house, if we're using in terms of a house, it looks beautiful. It's painted. The doors are good. Like the yard is kept.
Right.
However, low vibrational, when you go inside the house, dirty.
Right,
okay.
right.
Like it's like a hoarder's house. Like it's just, it smells. There's a lot of issues in the house. Like, okay, the outside looks beautiful, but you don't even have...
The toilet's running over.
Toilet is running and there's stuff in the toilet that for some reason you haven't clogged out. Right. Or
there's roaches and shit in the cabinet.
Roaches. Is that a dead cat? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everything. So, and I do feel like, because of society and then just pressure, because I feel like women... Because I feel this low-key all the time.
Okay.
To a certain extent, we're pressured to, when are you going to get married? When are you having kids? Why are you not dating? Are you a lesbian? And it's just like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
No.
Right.
Like, I'm being very intentional with who I build my house with. And... really what I want out of a partner, because I think everyone chases the marriage, but they don't chase the partnership.
Yeah.
That comes.
That's the biggest part.
That, because everyone wants the glitz and glam. Like, do I want a beautiful ass wedding and people be jealous of me and all? Of course, I'm a Leo. You're going to see me. Like, I already told her on my proposal, like my ideal proposal.
Right.
I don't want no restaurant shit. Hey, babe, will you announce it from the rooftop? You hear me? We better be at a concert.
A megaphone.
And Jumbotron, Super Bowl.
Everybody, astronauts should be able to see it from space.
I'm telling you, lights, camera, MF action. But
yo, I can't wait to meet your future husband, because Lord, I'll be like, yo, hey, big dog, make sure you go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, please big dog him. Okay. Like if he's like, oh, you know, I want to do something cute and small, nigga, no. Don't take small out your head.
Right. Get everybody and their mama and their grandma. Like,
okay. Your mama's, baby mamas, all the above. Like, everyone got to know.
Whatever three stacks said, please, all of them. Mamas, babies, mamas, cousins, mamas.
Listen, we can go to the grave of like ancestors. I don't give a damn, because they need to see this, okay? But
yeah, facts. I feel you. If that's what you want, go for it.
Yeah. But again, all that aside, it's the partner.
Yeah,
it's the partner, and like I said, I think people chase the
end goal without the
end goal without, like, literally they just skip to the finish line,
right?
Instead of really doing the marathon, doing the race, and struggling and low-key dying, passing out because they don't got water, but they get back up type thing. So that's why I'm being very intentional.
Those are the best parts. But yes.
Yeah, because they really do show you somebody. I mean, just like friendships. Like, how do you know someone's your friend if you really don't go through those trials and tribulations? Or you don't have those vulnerable conversations where it's like, damn, I've been feeling that way too. Or, wow, I didn't know you went through that. And heartstrings, those things.
Which, I mean, and that's important, because I feel like a lot of times, bro, that marathon or that part of a relationship where you actually build with your person. When you actually see their true colors, it's like, this is them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of times people always want the end result of, oh yeah, I want my wife to be this and my husband to be that and and this, that, and the third, and they can never be broke and they got to look like this and this. It's like, I hear all that, but none of that is good for a relationship.
It doesn't do anything.
There's a house can't be good if the inside ain't good.
Literally,
if the foundation ain't strong.
Exactly.
If I'd rather have a crazy looking outside with a dope ass inside. We got all the highest gear, everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything is fire, and the outside looks just okay. As opposed to like,
and that's something we're working on, and that's something you and your wife, me and my husband, etc., we can work on together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not about to be doing yard work like that. I'll garden, but you cutting the grass, you cleaning the pool, babes. Like, I will accessorize,
accentuate.
Okay, the aesthetics will be very pleasing. But that's partnership though. Like, if that's you take on the burly things, I'm gonna make it pretty.
Right.
You buy the house, I'll make it into a home. Shit, we can both go halfsies on the house and home. I don't give a damn. Like, again, we're partners. We're partners. Where you lack, I will do my best to fulfill, and vice versa. And we will keep pouring into each other's cups.
Right.
That way, just in case for some reason, like, your cup is empty, at least I can. Because there's going to be times where, shit's going to happen.
Facts.
Life is going to life, and one of us is going to be off. Or maybe both of us will be off. But do we have that foundation to, okay, the roof is low-key collapsing in, but we have the foundation to, we have a savings account. Let's get this roofer in. Let's get the city, whoever the fuck needs to be involved. Let them do that shit. Let them patch it up. But we built that. We built our savings to make sure an emergency, we're good. So
facts. Speaking of like houses and I guess money, what do you think about the conversation around, a man being sole provider, like, him paying all the bills, yada, 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 or going 50-50? Like, do you think, not just, I'll ask your definite take on it, but do you think that conversation in society right now is beneficial or relevant, or do you think it's an outdated concept?
No, I think it will always be relevant because the economy is forever changing. And especially we have no idea how the next 4 years are going to go for a plethora of reasons. It is definitely important to have this conversation because I need to, you need to, in general, we need to know what's up.
Right.
Like, that's just it. We need to know what's up. Like, how do you feel? No, it's important. It's important. I think it's the intention of the conversation. Because some people just want to have the conversation to argue or to prove you wrong or to, I don't know. I don't know. Because people weird.
Yeah.
But for me, it would be needed because it's like, okay, how we doing? How we going about this?
Right. Well, fair.
Literally, like, that's all I can say.
And what do you prefer? Do you prefer 50-50? Or a man, I guess, pay 100%, you pay 0%? Or do you like one of the things I hope
uncomfortable.
What probably for most people, women, yeah. But and another thing I was thinking about too, which I guess is a middle ground, so to speak, is I like the concept of 75-25. Like, I pay 75, she pays 25, because I never ever want to leave Tasia without one, and two, like I also think of the worst case scenario, like, okay, what if I die? And then she has no credit history. So when she tries to go get a loan for a car or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I always think of those extremes where it's like, I want her to have enough of bills paid, at least on paper, to say, okay, she can go ahead and do X because she's been paying the light bill, or even if it's in her name, I don't care how it gets paid. As long as it's in her name and her credit is fine and everything's in the trust and blah, 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 all that family planning stuff. Like, I feel like that would be kind of cool too. But what do you think? What do you think? 50-50?
I'm very big. So I'll go through all 50-50. Don't get me wrong. In this day and age, I completely understand why people do 50-50 because that's all I can.
This economy.
Like, literally, like, Like, kudos to people who don't have to do it.
Right.
But you know what? Kudos to you, too, for doing it. And at least you both having still a little something for yourself at the end of the day because you're going 50-50. Like, again, what works for you works for you. I'm not here to judge, although I do. 100%. I'm uncomfortable with that. Like, thank you. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll never block a blessing now. Like, if you want to pay for everything...
If a millionaire come to you tomorrow, hell
yes, like, of course. But the real me,
right?
I would want to do something. So let's say like my husband wants to be, and I completely understand why men want to. I get it. So I would never argue with that. But let's say he wants to be the sole provider. Like, I'll pay the mortgage. I'll pay the bills in the house, car notes, all the above. And technically you're telling me I can save my money. Well, when we have kids, please allow me to put towards that because I'm going to still be working. I'm not going to stay at home. Like, I'll go crazy if I do that. But vacations, let me be the one to pay and plan for that. When we go out to eat, even like if I have to slide you the card under the table because it's my card and you pay for it just so it looks like you pay for it. Right. I would want you to still, I'm going to make you feel like the man, of course. Right. But, also know that you don't have to.
You're there. You're
I'm
a partner.
there. So please, you don't have to deplete you for me. Like, here's my card. Go ahead and pay. I don't know. Like, that's just how I feel. But I don't know. For me, no. I like the other one, the mid ground, where let's say 25. the 75-25. So let's say he does the mortgage and the car notes. Right. Let me do the inside bills. The electricity, water, maybe insurance. Those things. Vacations we can like put together on, or whatever. Like again, it's weird. I think that's a conversation for sure. Like, just to see how people are. Right. Like, I'll always allow the man to be the man. Like, don't get me wrong, but I also want men to know, like, you do have women out here that actually want to do things for you. Right. So.
Yeah, and I think that's important. I think that's where sometimes the conversation will steer is like, even though a woman she's being taken care of 100%. Does she end up doing anything for you? Like, besides, being a homemaker, yes. And, maybe caring for the kids, which is all important, no doubt.
For sure, yeah.
And I think also, too, just as a caveat, I think women have a lot more to offer us than just that. But, I think a lot of the argument that I've heard from guys is, oh, well, once you pay all the bills and da-da-da-da-da, she just do nothing. Like, does that mean that, like, you don't get no birthday present? Like, what does that mean for you? Like, you know what I mean? Are you gonna have to literally give her money just for you to get stuff? I think that
speaks more to their relationship too, because like we said like a couple minutes ago, some people chase the end result of a relationship, which is the marriage, the glitz and glam, but they don't really know the person that they're marrying.
True. Right.
Or even like, and we can even go into healing. Like, how are you healing? What are your traumas? What are your triggers? Because that really does follow fashion into
the dating world.
The dating world, but also just when you guys actually do get married, you guys make it, you jump over the broom and you guys live together. Yeah. You have to spend every mother loving day with this person. You have to smell their shit. You have to do all the above. Like, can you actually, do you know? Can you? Yeah. You provide, but then your attitude is trash.
Right.
Okay, thank you for paying all of my bills, but you don't even talk to me.
Right. Sometimes I think it's always the perception of extremes. Like, men just literally all they do is pay for bills and then do nothing in the house, and it's like, well, you still gotta be a dad, you still gotta be a husband, bro.
You still gotta clean.
You still gotta clean.
I'm not your slave. And you see, and it's kind of like, for lack of better words, what's the contract? Especially with the 100% you taking care of me. Like, what are we talking about? Like, okay. Am I always cooking, cleaning? Right. Am I always doing this? Like,
are you giving up your job
on the weekends because you have technically the money? You can just do whatever the hell you want, and I have to technically stay home. I have to ask you for money. Yeah, ask for your permission.
Right.
Let me look at all the cameras. Like, who's asking for permission?
I feel that. And I feel like women shouldn't have to. Especially because it's like, come on.
But again, it's about your partner. So it's about having these uncomfortable, weird conversations because I need to know, like, how do you really think?
That's true.
Like really, like
yeah. What you really think about this?
Hypothetically speaking,
right. Let's say you did pay all this. What is that? What does that look like to you? Yeah,
right.
Like stuff like that is important.
Literally,
yeah.
Like if you buy the house, let me make it into a home. You buy the meat, let me season it, let me cook it. But again, partner. It's just about partnership. Like whatever that looks like. Because everyone's partnerships is different.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I said, mine, you buy the house, cool. Let me make it into a home. Let me put all the furnishings, the aesthetics, all the above.
Right.
You mow the lawn. I put out the beach chairs. Listen, we do things like that. So
that's
what I want.
I can't wait to actually own a crib to see how Tasia is going to respond. Because I'm like, bruh, I already know from right now she gonna be like. The house gonna be her, not her baby, for lack of a better word. Like it's gonna be her project, her everything. She gonna put everything in it, so it's gonna be.
I'm pretty sure there's Pinterest boards up the woo-ha about designs and all the above. Because I have Pinterest boards up the woo-ha for a house I don't even have with a husband I don't got yet. So, listen, manifestation.
Oh. Facts. I feel you. And I guess, funny enough, what we just spoke about leads into the next question. So, emotional intelligence, right? So, like, first for you, how do you express your emotions when it comes to having a long day, yada yada yada? Like, are you the type of person who, I guess, complains, emotes? How do you come home and express yourself, so to speak?
So I'm not a big complainer.
Okay.
Let me retract that. We all complain to some capacity, but I don't prolong the complaining for sure. Like when people are just, oh my God, just shut up. Like, that's really how I feel. Like, just, okay, I get it. You said that 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
It's done. But I am honest with my emotions, and maybe I am a little too honest because I do believe sometimes, like, you don't really got to tell people everything that you feel. Like sometimes you just got to self-soothe and then you're good because it's just a moment. It's not like a long-lasting thing. But if I do have a bad day, to communicate that with my partner, I'll just be like, I had a fucking long day. A bitch is tired. Like anytime I text or say a bitch is tired, that's just code words for nigga. Like I'm. You know what I'm saying? I am tapped out. I just want to go wash my ass, eat some food, and be in my bed. Okay, watching Oxygen. So that will literally be like my code love language to me having a long day. But no, I do express myself.
Okay,
and I'll gladly also tell my partner like why I had a long day.
Yeah.
I don't hide things at all.
Okay.
For the most part. And just how he communicates with me. Because some people can ask you, oh, what's wrong? And you tell them, they're like, okay.
That was going to be the next part of my question. Yeah. Like when it comes to emotional situations, like how would you prefer your husband to handle or future husband handle it?
Just be engaged. Just be engaged. Yeah. That's literally it. Like sometimes, what I would, in a perfect world, the question that I would love for him to ask me first is, are we looking for solutions or are we just venting?
Key point. I had to learn that the hard way, but yes.
But point. That I think we all do, because that's not the first thing we think about. Like when we hear people's stories, the first thing you really want to do is give them a solution. It's just like, no, I'm just talking. Like I don't need your help.
Right.
But, that's also where intention comes in, all the above. So I would hope like the first thing that he does ask is, okay, is this a vent session or are we looking for solutions?
Right.
If it's a little bit of both, cool. If it's just venting, I'll be quiet. If it's solutions, I'm going to tell you the truth.
Right.
And again, but I think because of my healing journey, my therapy, all the above, if that were to happen, like, oh, I have solutions, but I'm going to be honest, like, because it really could be my fault. I've accepted myself enough and I'm comfortable with myself to take accountability, even when I'm angry.
Okay.
So I think I'll be okay. With that. But it's just really about the follow-up questions, the beginning questions and the follow-up questions. And then again, knowing my partner.
Yeah.
Because if I have a partner that always finds me to be the problem, because you can sense that from jump.
Yeah, you can.
Then that's going to be an even bigger problem. But we're not going to be together, so it don't work. It don't matter.
Right.
But a partner who I know has my best interests at heart. And maybe, you know, there's not going to be a lot that we agree upon. We already know that. But I also know within myself, because again, my journey, you know, you take it in. You're like, okay, I hear you. I don't know if that really applies to me.
Right.
You know, or that's not really what my heart of hearts is saying.
Right.
Or what the Lord is guiding me to do. Or whatever angel is on my shoulder. But I hear you. That's it. You know, like, that's
okay.
it. That's it. But I would hope he is going to be very emotionally intelligent.
Okay.
To the point where
he'll
just know.
Talk about it. Hey, I like that. Okay. And I guess one of the more we kind of touched on it, touched on that topic, but not touched on it with, I guess, a partner. Is there a preferred spiritual awareness that you want your partner to have? Like, not necessarily even specifically a religion, but what kind of relationship do you want him to have with God, I guess? You know what I mean? Should it be like close knit? Would you prefer him to have an already built relationship? One that he has to cultivate?
He can have a little bit of both.
Okay.
I feel like when you have a relationship with God, you are forever cultivating it.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? I do believe like some people, you know, there's levels. So like the level I'm at, for example, maybe a different level than DJ or you or Tasia or, you know, whoever the case is. Some people they're not even on a level. But, you know, he needs to just know God, have that faith.
Yeah.
Just have that faith. Like, again, life happens. However, just know you good.
Right.
You know, run to God type thing. Like, you know, babe, let's go to church. Like, let's literally date. Let's go on a date to church. Like that's a date. Like every Sunday, let's go there. Or we on a church hop. Let's, you know, like that to me, let's pray together. You know, that's very powerful. Like when you pray with your partner or you pray for your partner, whatever it is, like,
right.
I love that.
Yeah. Okay. That's dope.
I love that. So, you know, I want him to have the faith, of course.
Right.
If he's cultivating it, whatever, that's cool with me. Because again, I'm cultivating mine. Like I'm literally going on a whole fast in like T-minus what?
6 hours.
6 hours. A little less than 6 hours, you know what I'm saying? And that's me cultivating a relationship that I feel very strong in anyway, but there's always things.
There's always
things.
Room to grow.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Every year I think I'm getting stronger with God. So if that's him, that's beautiful. And then we can form our own little God group. Me, him, God.
Yeah,
exclusive. So
facts. And you're definitely gonna need it because it's like God is definitely the cornerstone of everything. So it's important. It's important.
For real. I want, like, when we have our times of trouble, which will happen. I'm not saying it won't, it will. We will both run to God and not run to God and like God-filled people, God-filled marriages. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not run to other things where it's like, okay, bro, just come to the club with me. Let's
like
go see some strippers. Let's go do this. Like, no, you need to be telling him to come back home and talk to me. What you mean? Like, I'm not going to go see some ass shake. You need to come home, okay? And just like me, I need girls like me. Okay, well, you know, I got this friend that you really... Girl, I'm married.
Yeah.
You know, people who my eye is not like, I want us to be so strong that our eyes just don't wander.
Right.
There's not even going to be like an inkling, like even if it does, it just gets slapped.
Yeah.
Okay, like that's what I want, because you're going to be so convicted because of our relationship, your relationship with God, our collective relationship with God. That's
right.
That's the mood. That's the mode.
And powerful. Yeah, that's definitely the aim, because even me and Tasia, we'll crack open the Bible or we'll watch church, Sunday service, or, you know, just have different conversations about God. So that's top tier important. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So powerful.
Like,
powerful.
Let me know your heart with God. Because some people believe in God and they don't. Like, it's such a dichotomous relationship.
Some people, I think, use their religion almost as a cloak, or they put it on like it's clothes, and they think that that's enough, and it's like, nah.
And the clothes still don't fit. It's a size 2 real small, or a size 2 real big.
You know, it's funny. I I really feel like that the majority of human beings have a tendency to believe in God as opposed to know God. And the job is to know God. You know what I mean? Well, that's the first job. And then the next job is a lot harder.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. It's hard. Like
it's becoming what God called you to become. And that's a lifelong journey.
It's that discipline. It's that obedience.
Yes.
You know, it's literally like dying every day in your flesh type thing. But let me tell you, once you die, once you die in your flesh, I should say, the blessings, like the things you never thought could, but do.
Facts. Because that's the point of baptism. It's supposed to be a rebirth into God. You know what I mean? So
literally.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That's extremely important. Any last thoughts before we wrap? Anything that we didn't mention that you want to mention?
No, not really. Not that I can think of. Husband, I'm here. I'm here. So when you're ready, I'm ready. So go ahead and break up with that girl.
Have your last laugh.
Have your last laugh, okay? Have your last laugh, and with her.
Yeah. Because Queen Tay is already here. Stop playing.
Period poo. Okay, wait. What did the kids say? And that's 10 toes down. 8 and left no crumbs. Okay. There is. I don't know.
You're all kind of foolishness. Listen, they be saying all kind of shit. So listen, everything you just said, they be saying. So yeah. And that's on period. This period.
I love doing this.
That right there. Clock that T. That's what they be. Lord,
ooh.
The amount of little girls who be coming to be like, "Oh, you clock that T." I'm like, first of all, go sit down.
What does that mean?
Like, as in, like you just check somebody type thing. Like, ooh, clock that T. Like if I snap on somebody, like, oh, he clocked that T. Then like they'll say that, yes, and then they'll do that with each other. I'm like,
I love it. All right, new thing added to my brain. Clock that T-ho. Yeah. I gotta add ho to it.
Nah, these little kids be having me. Well, you know, you are with students all the time, so I
do, and that is the best form of birth control ever. Okay. Best form of birth control.
It will have you waiting if you're not waiting. Lord have mercy. These kids, these children, Lord have mercy.
Don't even bother sliding into the DMs because let me tell you, them kids, they unlock. I'm like, oh, Taylor, nope. No, thank you. No.
Listen, one of my students the other day asked me, her birthday is like, I think next week. Or no, it was last week or so. She's like, Mrs. Simpkins, are you going to give me something for my birthday? I'm like, ma'am, no. Like, and I'm like, you be kind of feeling a little bad. Like, maybe I could have bought you a cupcake. Fair. But then I got to buy 27 other cupcakes for all your classmates. Because if I give you something, well, no, they'll be all right. They'll be all right. But sometimes, too, they family like bringing stuff. But yeah, go ahead.
Let me tell you, I do the opposite. Okay? Because where I work, you see this hand where I work. So we had this thing where we didn't have to, but we were asked to adopt a senior. Okay. So that we get them a Christmas, like, you know, Secret Santa, although we didn't get anything, of course, but we got them. You did it for them. So there's this one girl who she's honestly my favorite. She is. And she has this joke, and I don't know where this joke came from. She's like, you work here, you broke, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, oh, okay. If that's what you feel, that's fine. Right. I don't know why she's so comfortable saying that, but you know, she just but again, we have a good relationship. It's really a joke, but it's just like, girl, shut up. So for Secret Santa, I got that girl all Kate Spade. And you know, Kate Spade's a pretty penny.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
It is not cheap.
Right.
And I purposely left the price tags on the stuff. So that way when she opened it, she was like, oh my God, I love this. Ooh, what's it? You gotta take this back. I said, no, girl, your broke friend got it for you. Here you go. And then all her little friends were so jealous. They were like, is that real Kate Spade? I said, girl, it's real.
Right.
Check the bag. Okay. Check the little signs, whatever the fuck.
Check the bag, but check the bag. Stop playing. Right. Facts. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I did that. Right. Okay, and I just didn't get her one thing. I got her 4 things from Kate Spade. Okay. I said, who broke now, babes?
You're right. Let them
who broke? Stop playing. Or what did they say? I clocked that T. I did that.
Listen. But listen, these kids, oh my God. Yes, you got to let their ass know. You got to let them know.
You have to. In a respectful, humbling, but also bitch, don't try me way. Yeah. Heavy on the bitch, don't try me.
Heavy on the bitch, don't. extra sauce on the bitch don't try me.
Extra.
Oh my god.
Like you have to be a little bit above hell when you're dealing with these kids. Like a step above hell. Because the thing with me, what I'm learning too is that, and I'm working on it, is that I don't really have a mid. I can go from one where I'm just unbothered, like Tasia type shit, or I'm a 10.
Right.
I'm trying to like learn a 6.
Yeah.
But
that middle range would be hard for me. That gray area?
I don't know what gray. I don't know what gray
Apparently
is.
it's supposed to be 50 Shades. I don't got one, bitch. What the fuck?
Listen, so it's either you get me at heaven or hell. Like I there's no limbo.
I'm telling you.
There's no nothing. So I'm working on that though, because I have to remember that these are kids.
Facts.
As much as they don't know better.
Or they do know better but don't want to choose it because it's not convenient.
And you see, that's what I tell myself in my head, like literally what you just said. That's why I'm like, you know what, fuck it. You gonna feel this hot fire. Okay. You gonna feel this shit. But I've been learning to be more of a 1 than a 10. Keep it cute, keep it mute.
Right.
But if I get to that 10,
you done earned it. So
that's what I'm like, no, you asked for this. Just like her. She was like, oh my God, this is so expensive. I was like, you asked for this. You kept calling me broke, ho. Right. And I looked at that, ho, you kept calling me broke. So there you go. But I love her though. She's one of my favorites for real.
And that's the thing. That's the love-hate part about kids. You grow so attached to them. They're almost like yours in a sense. They're not yours, but they are yours. You know what I mean? So
they're not mine. They are not mine. But you know, you do have some where you will go the extra mile.
Facts.
For sure. And I already see that, like, especially with the younger ones, not really the older ones. The younger ones, I'm like, okay, let me help you out with this. Like, you know, let me do a little something. You need headphones? You know, because I understand their situation, you know, so I really do like have a very detailed conversation in my head when it comes to them. But birth control, for sure. Yeah. They are the best.
They definitely are.
The best. Like.
Listen, but yeah. So fam, listen, this has been Relationship Wise. Taylor, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Listen, subscribe if you got any value from this episode, because listen, we do this every week. You feel me? So, but it's been Relationship Wise. Peace, y'all.
Oh.